Thank you for answering for my questions for the interview, how to improve the internship quality for international business student. So first of all, could you tell me where and when you did your internship?
I did my internship in Barcelona last year, last school year, from February till the 1st of June.
And how do you feel about the quality of your placement?
Well, I personally have to admit that I was not too satisfied with the quality of my placement. I personally think I that they wrote certain tasks that I would be doing, which were not the case of me doing those tasks, and I feel like certain other tasks which were not really listed on what they were going to give me before. They were very repetitive, and I would have to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And yeah, I just thought after 4 months, it was quite boring.
And according to your past experience, what skills are the most essential for students to have during the internship?
Well, in my case, because there, of course, you needed some marketing experiences and skills to do the job. But in general, what I think is very important to have is to already have like a working schedule, to have this in your body, because working 8 hours a day, 5 times a week, is a lot different than going to class for a couple of hours. And for me, this was a skill that I really had to develop while I was working there. And yeah, it was hard, but in the end, I think it was one of the most important skills to develop, because yeah, it really makes you become a real worker and gets you prepared for a real job for 40 hours a week.
Okay, and how these skills can be more developed during the first years of IBS studies?
I think personally, and I've met also some other people who have done more internships in their study. And I don't know, I personally think that the more internships you do, the more skills you really gain from a practical perspective. So I think maybe a small kind of internship beforehand, and
Okay.
kind of prepared.
And how would you evaluate support that was offered by Hansa during your placement?
Well, I would definitely evaluate the support as positive. I think it was. I personally had I had some personal issues with relationships and family, and it was a really hard period for me. But in the end, Mrs. Gibson was also my supervisor. She was very nice and always helping. So I think the quality of her as supervisor was really good.
And do you have any recommendations how the support could be improved, if it needs to be improved?